Morning. It's 5:10, just woke up. Last night it was forecast to be raining from about 3 o'clock, but as of yet it's not raining. So hopefully I can get packed up, put the tent away before it gets wet. Rain is due to come in sort of, I think, 9 o'clock, and then it's in all day, getting heavy at points. It was quite windy in the night. Slept on and off. Noise of the wind through the trees sort of kept me awake at times, but no, quite comfortable, very warm. I'm going to have a cup of tea, then get packed up.
This looks like a fairly freshly dug animal hole, but as I've looked a bit closer, there's a lot of bees outside. And in fact, these bees are dead or dying, so I'm not sure if the bees have, I don't know, had a fight with something that was living in there, but maybe they were trying to make that their home, and whoever was already living there wasn't happy about that. Right, it's 6:30 and I'm back on the trail, and good news is it didn't rain. The rain's held off and I've managed to pack up in the dry, so that's brilliant. I think if the tent got wet, it would have made my pack even heavier, which is something I'm not going to moan about today because I did enough of that yesterday. But yeah, back on the trail now, and I'm down out of the campsite, down where the soap marsh is. And last night the tide was clearly a high tide, and you can see behind me where the tides come in. I got a longer day today. I think it's 15 miles to my next campsite in Lynmouth, and the OS Maps app is suggesting an 8-hour walk, so by the time I've had a couple of breaks today, it might be 9.5 hours. But yeah, it's 6:30 now, so I've got plenty of time, and hopefully I'll get some good ground covered before the rain comes, which I think is fairly imminent within the next hour or two. Did you see me fall over just a minute ago? Oh, hurt my ankle. I think I got away with it though. This memorial says that a Liberator Type B-24D number 41-23712 attached to the 330th Bombardment Squadron, 93rd Bombing Group of the American Air Force and based at Holmesley South Airfield in the New Forest, took off at 7:20 on October the 29th, 1942, with a crew of 12 on an operational U-boat patrol mission over the Bay of Biscay. The aircraft turned around at 11:30, but 3 hours later, due to heavy rain and poor visibility, the aircraft clipped Bossington Hill and crashed into the marsh at Porlock, not far from this memorial. Starting to get a little bit nervous when you're walking along and you see a rather large knife stuck in the gate. Looks like an opener, which is a nice knife. Yeah, it is, look at that. Very nice. I want to take it, but I'm a bit concerned that it might have been used for something illegal. Okay, that's where I've just come along this morning, along the back of the soap marsh. That is where I was yesterday, up on the top of the cliff there, looking back along this beach. So I'm now at the other end, and I'm heading over to Porlock Weir. My route now, I believe, is probably up the steps there, I'm guessing, and zigzagging up the cliff and then through the woodland.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane.
It's raining.
And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Let a path.
Oh, disaster. I've lost my mask. It's fallen out my pocket. Oh, I haven't brought a spare with me. I think I'll backtrack a little bit, see if I can find it. I don't want to go too far back because I've just come up a hill, but right, I'll let you know in a minute if I find it. This isn't creepy.
And hands as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Well, I don't know what the history is of this section, but it's pretty cool. I'll have to consult the handbook. Right, the handbook has let me down. It just says the path passes under 2 old arches, so I don't know. I don't know what the history is of this bit, but it's really interesting. And unfortunately, didn't find my mask, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means. I expect when I get to Lynmouth, I'll have to try and find a shop to buy one, but I don't know how I go into the shop to buy one if I haven't got a mask on. What's this? Again, this isn't mentioned in the handbook. There's no entry into it, but it looks to be, I don't know, like an entranceway to a tunnel, or yeah, I don't know. It looks as though there would have been a complete arch at one point. I always want to go in places like this, or at least know what it is. There should be a sign here telling us. Anyway, not going in there today. It's creepy enough on the path. Right, I've had to stop. Full waterproofs are on now. It's raining really heavy. Thankfully I am in the woods, so it's helping a bit, but it's still coming through. I'm going to put the cover on the bag now and then head down and carry on. But I think this is it for the day, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see how long this wooded section lasts. It's a bit of a landslide.
Hear the birds and see the
coming down there, so it's a bit tricky getting down this now, especially now the rain's coming down and making it slippery. Right, I'll put the camera away. What a difference a day makes, eh? I don't think I'll be having a dry tent by tomorrow morning, that's for sure. Right, the rain's just eased for a second, so I've got the camera out, but all the mist is coming in now off the sea. The path is pretty bad in places, there's massive puddles, and when you got some slopes, it's like a river. Quite a lot of erosion, a couple of landslides have already gone through. Yeah, and then being under the wood, well, I was hoping was going to help, and it would have if it was a bit lighter. It's not helping at all now because the leaves have got so much water on them, it's just dropping down and there's big drops. So hopefully my waterproofs hold up. They feel alright at the minute. And my pack's got a cover on, so hopefully that stays dry. But yeah, I don't know how much of a view of the sea we're going to get today because the mist just keeps rolling by. You can see the sea there. But yeah, it keeps getting obscured by the mist and the rain clouds. And it's a shame really, because this bit I think would have been really nice on a nice day. You know, it's not what you would consider to be a common sort of coastal path route because of it being in the wood. But yeah, if it was a sunny day, it would have been nice walking through this section.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
One thing I'm definitely doing today is having some more breaks. It's a longer day and the weather's terrible, so I'm at that waterfall that I just showed you, and I'm going to stop here, have a cup of tea and some breakfast, and that'll actually help reduce the weight of my bag because I'm going to eat my Wayfarer all day breakfast, and there's some weight to that. So yeah, I'm going to have that and a cup of tea. I've even got some proper milk that I bought last night in Porlock. Yeah, so I'll have that rather than my coffee, because my coffees are 3-in-1s and they're pretty light, so I'll have a cup of tea and drink some of this. Yeah, it's 9:30 now. I've been on the go for walking for 3 hours, so I'll have breakfast now, and then a bit later on I'll stop and have lunch. Just gone and got some water from the stream where the waterfall is, putting it through the Sawyer mini filter, and then it's being boiled for my boil in a bag meal, and then I'll drink it. So it's being filtered and boiled, so I'm hoping that will be enough. There we go. Right, it's been cooking for 10 minutes now. Let's see what this is like. Looks messy. Yeah, it looks like a can of sausage and beans with maybe bits of scrambled egg in it. It's warm, which is nice because I'm feeling a bit damp and a bit cold. So I'm going to enjoy this, have my cup of tea, and then carry on. that's the one good thing about all the rain we've had this morning, is it's increased the flow of these coastal waterways, and these little waterfalls are really nice. I know I've only just filmed one, but everyone loves a waterfall, don't they? This here is Sister's Fountain, and local law maintains that Joseph of Arimathea drunk from the spring on his way to Glastonbury. So there you go. I don't think I'll go in and have a look in the well. And also I didn't realise, but looking at the guidebook, when I was back at that cleared woodland where all the foxgloves were, in the valley there's the border between Somerset and Devon. So I'm now on the north coast of Devon. So Somerset is behind me, Devon and Cornwall in front of me. They're interesting. Just stopping here because it's one of the few occasions we've been able to see the sea today, but also that is looking back to Porlock. There, not this slope, but around the back in that bay there is Porlock, and then we came yesterday from up over that headland there. So, and this morning, yeah, obviously we've come in out to here. But it's been slow going. It's not, I haven't done too far, but I suppose it's just up and down. There's been quite a lot of flat, and actually at the minute I'm on a really nice track and the walking's fairly easy, but there are some sections where it is fairly steep, which just takes a bit longer. But yeah, the rain's sort of been stopped now for a couple of hours and slowly drying out. I've taken my waterproof trousers off, and hopefully it won't rain heavy like that again until later on when I'm set up. So just stopped and had a bit of a snack, bit of a lunch break, and then found this stone seat on the edge of the coast path. And even though I've not sat and enjoyed it today because it's a bit wet and the view's not so good, but I think on a nice day, you know, that's your view. That would be, yeah, a lovely place to sit and have a break. Right, I've still got a good couple hours to go, probably 3 hours I would imagine. So I'm going to get pushing on, and yeah, I'll come back to you in a little bit. The sun started to come out a little bit and the sea's coming alive. Look at it, the colour's looking really good. And there, that's my first view of Lynmouth. You can see Lynmouth down the bottom, and then the cliff railway goes from Lynmouth up to the top, and the houses at the top, that's Linton. Whew. I'm glad to see that. Nearly there. Another hour I reckon until I get to the camp spot. That's the best view I've had of the day. That looks lovely. That's the Cliff Railway. I'll be going up, well, I won't be going up the Cliff Railway tomorrow, but I'll be going up that hill, walking up the path. And my campsite is up that valley there, I think, another mile or so. But I might stop at the harbour here and get something to eat. Right, I'm all set up now at Sunny Lynn. Good campsite. There's a shop up there and reception, showers, toilets, laundry room and a cafe. Now laundry room and the cafe are shut at the moment because of COVID. Here's my spot, and then down there behind the camper van there is a Thai restaurant and pub. And then here we are, right on the edge of the river. Very picturesque. I wonder if that noise is going to keep me awake. Back in my tent now, I've had a shower and I've just been looking at the welcome pack that they gave me when I checked in, and I'm not sure what they thought my name was when I made my booking. My name is Paul, but that I'm pretty certain says Panty, I think. Panty Allen. Before I forget, I just wanted to mention or say hello to a couple that I met today. I think they passed me sometime this morning when I'd stopped and started having some breakfast, and then throughout the day as they were stopping I was overtaking them, and then I would stop, and you know, so on and so forth. But we got speaking at certain points, and yeah, nice couple called Adam and Beverly. They're down on holiday from Leicester. I hope you had a really good holiday. Yeah, and if you find me on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the video. Anyway, yeah, cheers. Right, it's raining again now, and I'll have to check the forecast in a minute, but I expect this is it for the night. For tea this evening I have got Adventure Foods pasta carbonara, and I've got the football on the phone, so that'll probably be me it for tonight now the weather's in. So yeah, unless anything else happens, I will see you bright and early tomorrow.